Can I even show a Starbucks logo?
Where's my chin?
All right, I'm done. Hey, it's Bob.
Hey, it's Brandon.
And
We are the Feedstories guys.
welcome back to the show. Hopefully
So-
people are tuning in.
Right. You're if you're watching, thank you. Okay.
And we're so glad to meet the one or two
people
that just really find this.
Probably our relatives, who are watching this video right now. So we want to talk about some of the common questions we get about Feedstories and just really about video editing or video shooting and video use in general.
Well, so yeah, I think we've done a good job of convincing people to use video, and we've talked about some of the reasons, types of videos in other places, but I think people are kind of wondering, well, can I do this myself? What do I need to think about? What's a good video type of thing? So what we want to do is kind of talk about maybe the amateur versus the professional angle and see how that plays out. You had a really good analogy the other day. We were talking about how what we do with feedmercials, the type of videos we do, it really mirrors like a movie.
Exactly. So a lot of times, when we're talking to clients and we're talking about what's the process, what's involved with creating a really good video that helps turn visitors into customers, you really have to treat your video like a micro movie production. There's a screenwriter, there's a cinematographer, there's a director. A lot of times we're not just pointing a camera at you and say, okay, what are you going to do? We got to plan these things out because frankly there's a formula for making a video work, and there's definitely no formula for seeing videos that don't work.
Yeah, we typically don't use a script. We use what we call a storyboard. That's a very common term in movie making and whatever. Is they don't actually, when they're planning the movie, they talk about script and so forth. But what they do is they storyboard out. They storyboard. It's easy for me to say.
Storyboard.
They storyboard out the scenes, right? And so we do very similar. A lot of our clients want some sort of guideline, but we don't want them to script
Exactly.
video because scripting sounds not like this. I mean,
Exactly.
obviously you could tell we have not scripted this at all.
Not at all.
We got a couple notes here. Brandon keeps looking down and he apologizes for that.
Sorry.
But
I was looking at my notes.
what we really want to do is storyboard it. So, a good screenwriter storyboards the various scenes throughout the movie and kind of plans it out. We do the same thing with the videos, is we storyboard the videos for the clients so that we have the scenes we want. And even if it's a 30-second prospecting video, there's probably going to be 5, 6, even 10 scenes in that. So we want to have that planned out. And so that really mirrors what a screenwriter does.
And the process is to pull out of you what we need to hear that's going to work on the type of video we're shooting. So we deliberately do not provide any type of script ahead of time unless there's some real specific maybe data that we want to use. We don't want to do that. We love the authenticity. We want you to answer off the top of your head. We want it to be authentic. We want it to be real.
Right. Even if you say the word authenticity.
Authenticity. Thank you, Bob.
Here's the other thing is people will do talking head videos. We're a double talking head video.
Right.
It's really
Shiny
hard.
head.
It's really hard for you to stand by yourself in front of a camera with no feedback. The energy you get from working, even just here shooting this amongst, we're feeding off each other's energy. The director behind the camera, we're kind of talking and we're feeding off that person's energy. So what we find is a lot of talking head videos are really subdued, the energy is low, and they don't produce the same response. The camera really subdues everything. You have to kind of be demonstrative.
Yes.
And the best thing is to have somebody behind the camera who is doing this. Our director is going like this, be bigger, be more demonstrative, because that plays better. That energy feeds right through the camera, right through the computer screen.
Exactly.
And that's why you need a director.
Agreed.
I really believe you got to have a director shooting your videos. Otherwise, you're going to have really poor energy.
A director can say, hey, let's shoot that again, but I want more energy. I want more enthusiasm. In fact, it just happened today again with another client. He was showing me a video he shot for his grand opening, and I said, what did you do? You need to go back and drink about 3 espressos and shoot this again.
Well, he held his phone up and he said, oh, I hate it, right?
Exactly.
I have no energy.
Right.
Well, it's because there's no motivation there. You're not.
Right.
You're talking to your phone. You're talking to your camera. We want you to talk to other people. That's how you get energy.
Yeah, and we want to feel the enthusiasm.
Right.
If you're excited about something, you're going to get other people excited about it.
Yeah. And so the other piece is that cameraman. That's also important. You know, what you want, you know, for this shoot, you know, for this show, it makes sense. We have a camera, it's stationary. But a lot of what we do on videos is we've got a still camera, we've got 2 camera shoots, you know, we got maybe one on a tripod, one with a still cam, right? Having that motion, a good cameraman could capture that motion. It makes a much more interesting video.
Yes, I mean, I know arguably it's hard to sit here and watch 2 round-headed guys, you know, talk for 5 minutes, but in reality, there's got to be, that's not how the way people talk in real life. You know, I'm looking at you, I'll glance around at the picture, or, you know, I'll check my watch, I might take a sip of water. We don't sit and stare at people for 10 minutes at a time. That's just weird.
Right.
So we don't want to treat video that way. We want to give visual breaks, you know, in the actual videos themselves. So we use B-roll, you might have heard that term before. We use tiles, we use different things to hold that interest and keep people engaged.
And here's the most key component of all. It's what happens in the dark room after all the video is shot. It's the video editor.
Yep.
The person who sits down in the dark, the thankless job of combing through just hours and hours of video. But that's really where the magic happens.
Absolutely, absolutely. It takes a good number of hours of video just to get those few morsels that really work well in the different feeds that we advertise on.
Yeah, so I mean, it's capturing those 3 5-second bits, right, and merging it with another, seamless transition, picking the right music. There's so much that's done. So, you know, when you think of like great video versus average video, I mean, look, some video is better than no video.
Absolutely.
But if you really want to like connect with somebody in your market, if you really want to have something you're proud of, you really need to be thinking of your video as a movie.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and usually that involves not only treating it like an actual movie production, but it's also a type of a micro documentary on your business. Video works, and for that, one of those primary reasons, I'm just tripping here. We're gonna cut that point out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we really want you to do is do a feed immersion with us and see what it's like to work. So it's Bob and Brandon. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next time. You nailed that one. You
I screwed that last part out.
I like sewed the end for you, and then you just went on.